Reparations isn't a remedy for racism. Reparations is a debt that's owed from slavery. Reparations is more than a check. But the very first thing it is a check. And that goes to the living descendant survivors of slavery here in what we now call the United States of America. So stop playing with our money and get us our money. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It's your host, B-Note the Most, back for another classic on B-Note Comments. And this one right here is called, Are Black Women Paid by Democrats to Lie to FBAs or Inferior of Whites in America? Because it seemed like that. It seemed like it been a lot of fear mongering going on. There been a lot of, to me, lies. To me, it been a lot of lies about the state of Black Americans in America. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, we don't need to be around white people. White people gonna kill us. And a whole bunch of crazy ass shit. Like, as soon as a black person get killed, it gotta be race. It gotta be, oh nigga, the white people did it. The white people did it. It's just like a victimhood. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real bad victimhood going on that I'm seeing. And I ain't feeling it at all. Cause it make us look weak. You know, other people is saying that no. It's the this is the play. This is, we gotta go back, look at 1966, we gotta go back to the 1800s, we gotta go back to the 1700s, and we do verify, and we verify that black people was done wrong back then. We gotta bring it into today in 2026 and say, well, it's racist back then, it's racist going on right now. If they pull out this one story. So, and the reason that I push back is because I don't think that majority of white people is racist in America. Yeah, it's some white people that's racist in America. Yeah, it done been history of white people being racist in America. I'm not denying that. But in the year 2026, I don't know no town, no city, no state in America that whites are saying, ain't no black people can't come over here. They come over here, they fucked up, and black people scared to go over there. Black people will push the line, nigga. Black people will come up super deep at the spot. So just like how that one dude out there, I forgot where it was, but it was one of them states where he had like ran up on this black house, so he was like being racist to this black woman or to some black people. He was going hard. He was going in and was like, nigga, come to my house, or you know what I'm saying? Like, come find me. Motherfuckers went deep to his shit. Like, nigga, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all come over to my house, nigga. I ain't gonna be playing. Niggas went over there, hundreds of deep, tripping. He called the laws, nigga, had to get escorted out. You end up getting charged, and you end up getting all that type of shit. But niggas went over there. When the KKK was in Cincinnati, or they was in Columbus, or they were somewhere in Ohio. The niggas went to the bridge to go confront the KKK. And this is not the 60s. This is not the 20s. This is not uh, but it's 2020s, but it's not the 1800s. It's not the 1700s where white people is really terrorizing black people to where it's like, man, we need to try to move around, or we need to run away, or we need to go to war, or we tripping. It's going down. We done made big strides in America to be able to live the way that we living right now, comfortable in my house with my old lady, with my kids. We go to work, kids go to school. We got a nice little schedule. We got a nice little uh, function. Eating every night. We kicking it with our family. We hanging out on holidays. We going to we going to competition events with the kids. We supporting other kids. We supporting other family members. We enjoying life over here in America. Life is good in America. Life is so good in America that you got some black people knowing the history that we have over here. They'll be so they okay with living out on the streets. They okay with being high every day, smoking whatever they smoking, drinking whatever they drinking, and is okay and comfortable with living outside like a bum. I seen somewhere black people was living in the sewers. Niggas just crawling out the sewers and with a smile on their face, doing what they doing. People trying to help them. People trying to get them out the street. People giving them food, giving them clothes, paying for hotel rooms, and they say, "I don't want the help. Get out my way. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm okay." Cause it's that comfortable in America. It's that comfortable in America for black people. And I find it interesting and I find it like it's a play going on that a lot of black women with their media is pushing this race bait type thing to turn up the black people in America, but it's women, so it's gonna be like kind of compassion. Niggas don't listen. It's like, okay, she kind of, women get kind of looked at like mama, auntie, sister. 'Cause that's what they is. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that some of the, some of our sisters, aunties, and mamas ain't got the full information, or they probably got the full information, but it's more off of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I always try to tell people on here on YouTube that dudes is not thinking like no female. Dudes is not thinking like a female. Females think how they think. Dudes think how they think. Females look at things how they look at it. Dudes look at things how they look at it. It's not the same. Even though we got some of the same values, we fuck with each other, but we looking at different things. We got different wants, but we still going to the same place. You feel me? So, uh, make sure that you're pulled up and rolled up. I'm glad that you showed up to comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and do it again. We're gonna get to a couple of videos. I got 3 videos for you today to bring out this argument. First, we're gonna start off with the real Dana. Shout out to the real Dana. She be over there having Judge Joe Brown. I think Judge Joe Brown is her stepfather or something like that. They be over there talking, be giving up good game and stuff like that for the FBAs, for the Black Americans. And when I say the FBAs, I'm talking about the foundational Black Americans that ain't got no ties to no other countries. I'm not tripping on niggas that say they from Ghana or they from Guyanese or they from Jamaica and all this other shit. They pushing their flags. They doing what they do. I'm talking about the FBAs over here in America. That this is our flag right here. This is our flag. They flying their flags. This is our flag. We ain't got no other flag to fly. You know what I'm saying? And niggas want to talk about Africa and all that. I'm against Africa, nigga. I'm letting you know right now. I ain't going over to Africa and I ain't fucking with Africa like that for the simple fact that if we going off the history, they did my peoples wrong. They did my peoples wrong a long time ago. Got niggas over here in this condition where they say we over here been fearing white people for 400 years, 500 years, while they over there comfortable doing what they want. Matter of fact, they kicking more niggas up out of that motherfucker in certain spots. Niggas can't get over there. Nigga can't get over there. Nigga, they'll sell you out to the white people again. So I'm not on none of that shit, nigga. I'm all about America. I'm all about the black people in America, FBA. So we're gonna get to a couple little videos so I can kind of pull out this argument of black women gaslighting FBAs to where, because it's the difference between FBAs and black America. Yeah, you got black people in America, but it's like I said, they got ties to other countries, but they in America they call themselves America, but in the back of their head they got a Jamaican flag, they got a Haitian flag, they got some other type of flag that they dangling, but they saying nigga I'm an American, I'm an American. Nigga, my family, well not my family, but I'm over here, my peoples came over here as immigrants and we are citizens in America. But they steady be pushing them other flags like, man, I'm really from over here. And they really be talking bad on America, you know what I'm saying? To try to basically using our playbook, the playbook that the FBAs and the black Americans came up with that they're using right now. As you can see, the Mexicans, matter of fact, I was looking at the news conference. Uh, I was looking at the news conference. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that clip up. I was looking at the news conference down there in Houston to where uh, it's the last shooting of the Mexicans down there in Houston with ICE. Uh, so, hold on. So before they had their little press conference the other day, they had their little press. They had their little press conference the other day, and before the press conference, they checking the mics and shit. They checking the mics and shit like that. You got a Mexican that come to the mic and says he doing a little mic check and shit. He doing the mic check. He doing the mic check, right? So he do the 1 2 1 2 1. Then he say, let's do the ghetto mic check. And then he start talking like a black person, like a rapper type shit. You know what I'm saying? But then he gonna go into his Mexican thing and say he get to speak in Mexican. But what I'm saying, the disconnect was, or the hate was, when he just called niggas niggas. Man, I'm gonna call niggas ghetto. So you're doing the mic check 1 2 1 2, but then he gonna say, well, the ghetto. Let's do the ghetto version. That's the black version. So he start talking like a rapper and doing all this, and then you get into his Mexican bag uh, to where he start talking like a Mexican, doing the mic checks and shit like that. But when it came to the black people, it was ghetto. Let me see if I can find that motherfucker. I wouldn't even go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me bring this motherfucker up real quick. I got niggas what the fuck I'm talking about. So this is the press conference right here. So this is the press conference right here. Let me go to the part where the Mexican said what he said. And there's black people in the building. And then nobody say nothing to this nigga. Listen to this shit. Here, this dude right here. This dude right here, he gonna do the mic check, mic check, mic check, and he gonna say, "Let's do a ghetto mic check." He gonna start. He gonna start getting happy like he a rapper, you know what I'm saying, like he on the stage rapping on some black shit. You know what I'm saying? But he called it ghetto, taking a shot at niggas. Then you gonna come back and say it in Spanish, respectfully and all come up. He didn't call them wetbacks. He didn't call them spits. He didn't call them uh uh some type of term that's derogatory. That whenever they heard, they gonna look at the screen kind of funny. When I heard that, most black people gonna look at the screen kind of funny, like, "Damn, nigga, what you on?" Let's check this out though.
I'm gonna do a mic check, a real mic check, a ghetto one. Mic check, mic check.
I'm gonna do a mic check right here, a ghetto one, a real one. I'm gonna do a mic. I'm here to do a mic check, mic check. I'm gonna do a real mic check, a ghetto one. We just seen the black lady right there before he popped up, getting the mics and shit ready. So it's black people in the building. I'm pretty sure they just laughed. Did nobody trip on the Mexicans? Don't nobody want to trip on the Mexicans for the simple fact that the Mexicans just got shot by ICE. Mexicans is getting ran up out this motherfucker by ICE. So niggas don't want to make the Mexican mad. Nigga, fuck the goddamn Mexican. These niggas ain't got no love for black people like that, my nigga. White people got more love for black people than Mexicans. Mexicans don't even like white or black people, nigga. White and black people is in America. This shit don't be making no sense to me, man. Man, listen to what this nigga gonna say, man.
I'm gonna do a mic check, a real mic check, a ghetto one. Mic check, mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3. ¿Se oyen o no? En español. Hola, ¿cómo están? Aquí estamos por el over here. Y nos vamos por el over there. Okay? Perfect. Thank you.
So do you see the difference in the respect when it came to the Mexican? He got serious. He was serious, but when it comes to the black side of it, we joking around, we ain't playing, and it's ghetto. It's ghetto. You see it right there, a ghetto one. Mic check, mic check. The black people that was in that room didn't say nothing. It wasn't an outcry. It wasn't what we supposed to see coming up with these next clips where they calling out the white people. They saying that black people is in fur over here, that there's a lot of races going on, and uh, it's fucked up over here in America for black people. But we got an instance right here, right in front of us, where we can see the hate to black people right in our face. Now that other shit, and I'm for the show, we can't see they coming with their own little theories on gaslighting black people. This is not gaslighting black people. This is just pointing out and highlighting the racism. They saying it's racism, but they ain't got no facts behind it. This right here is a cold fact. I don't hear nobody complaining. I don't hear nobody on the View. I don't hear nobody in Congress. I don't hear nobody at this the press conference. And on top of that, the black Mexican dude or whoever that black dude down in Texas, they be talking for black people. They be going at the whites and I don't know if he's a senator or something or a congressman or something, but he represents Texas. He be in DC. The dude, he ain't black, but he got skin like a light skinned nigga. He got that long hair. He look like a Mexican. He always talking shit about Trump. Whenever they having their little thing in DC and their little buildings or something, they having their little arguments. He 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 protesting in there. He protesting in the building. He protesting in and out of the building. But when it comes to this Mexican right here in the same building that he in, black people is in there. Did nobody say nothing to this Mexican right here? Did nobody say nothing to this Mexican for being a racist? Did nobody say nothing to him for saying black people equal ghetto? Did nobody check him about none of that? But we supposed to just believe certain other stories when they gaslighting the racism and stuff like that. And they putting extras on it. They not keeping it real. And what I mean by that is that when we come to Jasmine Crockett and all them and the other people's, because to point out Alicia Keys, thank you, baby. See, baby, come through. Nice boy, nigga. Let me show y'all what's going on with it. I got going on over here, man. See how baby come through with the breakfast? Baby come through. Baby come through with the croissants, breakfast, sausage, egg, cheese. Man, ready to go, man. Thank you, Shorty Red. And shout out, yeah, we gonna be getting married Monday, man. So it's gonna be a celebration for us, man. We've been doing it for a long time. And we're gonna take it to the next level with it, man. So shout out to Shorty Red, shout out to the Abrahams. Let me get back to the show though. It's black people that was in the room. A black woman was just at the mic. A black woman was just at the mic correcting the mics. He come doing mic check, mic check. I'm pretty sure he looking at some black people in there. Oh, let's do a ghetto one. Oh, they laughing. But then when some other white people make, and that's why I'm talking about the gaslighting being extra. So when some other white people, because whenever them black people's around them, they saying, nah, they ain't racist. He just making a joke. He just making a small joke. That's nothing. But then when niggas be highlighting Trump, like, oh, nigga, Trump just making jokes. He not serious about that. Are you caping for white people? You love crackers. You're going against your people. So you see how it be. Now, I'm just looking at it from the sideline, a fan from the sideline looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it from the sideline. So if I'm really ain't seeing uh what they saying, and I guess they feel like how they feel, then it really ain't no gaslighting like that. Everybody just got certain situations that they point out wherever they at that time with blacks and whites. But what I'm saying, what they be pointing out, it don't be 100. It be a lot of extras on it. This right here ain't no extras. We got black people in the building. They talking about motherfucking ice other people being racist or being wrong towards a certain group of people. But then we got a Mexican coming right here and saying, "Oh yeah, let me do a ghetto mic check, mic check, mic check," and think he a rapper. But then he gonna get serious when he get to talking Spanish and he get to doing the mic check in the Spanish language. His eyes get serious. He get a little bit more serious.
Test. I'm gonna do a mic check, a real mic check, a ghetto one. Mic check, mic check.
See, he trying to sound like a black person. Mic check, laughing. He gonna get serious now when you talk about the Mexicans.
Testing 1, 2, 3. ¿Se oye o no? En español. Hola, ¿cómo están? Aquí estamos por.
You see, he get to talk in Spanish. He calm, yeah, everything good. But when you talk about the black people, ghetto, mic check, being funny. Black people right in the building. Ain't nobody said, nigga, fuck you, nigga, that's racist. But then we gonna take a look at what the government and what white America is doing to the immigrants, doing to the illegal immigrants, and getting illegal immigrants up out of here that ain't supposed to be in America, that ain't supposed to be in this country. When they make the play to get them up out of here, they using our playbook and saying, well, you know, they being racist. They They targeting us. They coming with unmarked cars. They, but they not telling us that they police. This shit been happening to us in the hood. Nigga, jump out boys, battering, fucking up people's houses. I ain't see no Mexicans and I ain't see no whites speaking and saying no. The police is not doing their job. Let's take the police. The police need to be taken down. The police, it don't need to be police no more. Don't nobody should be going to jail. Ain't none of that. These niggas get fucked with. Nigga, we don't need no police. I'm talking about way more niggas than got killed by police officers in America. But when it comes to these motherfucking Mexicans getting touched, now these niggas getting killed. Now we just gotta shut down police. Now we can't have no police over here at all. Nigga, we been getting fucked up, nigga, since day one, nigga. I ain't feeling none of that. And I ain't gonna never feel none of that. I ain't gonna never feel that. I ain't gonna never feel like niggas gonna say, well shit, nigga, the reason that y'all comfortable is because nigga, we put it down, nigga, we fought these niggas, nigga, to get y'all rights. Nigga, ain't no fucking way, nigga, I'm gonna ever bow down to some motherfucking Mexicans or some other people coming from the outside that's not really from America and say, yeah, nigga, we came over here and fought for you, nigga. You ain't fighting for me, nigga. You fighting for nigga some illegals. I'm from America, nigga. A nigga like me ain't got no other country to represent. Y'all niggas got other countries to represent, nigga. I'm representing right here and I'm holding it down for right here. All that other shit, I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas on. But we first to get into this show, I just had to point that out. That it be literally racist shit going on right in front of us. We point it out. We say, nigga, fuck them goddamn Mexicans, nigga. Nigga, motherfucking deport they motherfucking ass. These niggas don't even love America anyway. Get these niggas up out of here. Ah, nigga, you love white people. This is white nationalist talk. You talking like a white nationalist, nigga. Shut up, nigga. Y'all the niggas in the way. I'm trying to tell you, the Democrat niggas is gonna be the niggas that let the illegal immigrants through the back door, let them talk shit, and let them get off on niggas. They gonna say, well, shit, that nigga had it coming, cause that nigga really wasn't about what we were talking about. He had it coming. He on their side. Nigga, it's only American side, nigga. It's only American in the outside, nigga. Y'all niggas taking the outsiders, nigga. Because y'all niggas so fucked up about white people. But nigga, you really want to be a white boy. Nigga, come on here every day comparing themselves to white boys. Oh, if the white people can do this, why I can't do it? Nigga, stop that. Just do what you do, nigga. But let's get to the show, man. This shit, I just have to come in with that because I ain't feeling that at all. Now we're gonna go to the real Dana Dane, and we're gonna take a look at what she's talking about because I had got the concept from her. Like, damn, black women is gaslighting FBAs in America to say that we should be inferred for our life for white people over here. Like, come on, man.
Around that women, particularly black women, we are no longer safe. Like, we are an endangered species. We have no rights.
Did you know that it's been 100 years since the Equal Rights Amendment was first introduced? And now, still, women don't have an explicit guarantee to equal rights under the U.S. Constitution. Can you believe that? I couldn't even believe that was real. I mean, women are not asking for special rights, just equal rights. Let's turn outrage into authorship. If it's a 200.
So I guess they pushing that women don't have the same equal rights. I don't understand that to the point to where right now they letting women play in men's sports. They letting a woman be a man. It's more women that's in management positions, black managers, and as far as blacks, it's more women that's in these positions of corporate America and what we would call a good job, uh, they're the ones that's in a position. They're the ones that's in college. They're the ones that's getting graduate. They're the ones that's fully locked into this system and they okay with this. They working hard. They are the ones that's getting the opportunities to the point to where you got some dudes saying, "Well, nigga, I'm a stay home husband because my wife is making so much money at the job. I'm just gonna stay home and take care of the kids." So I'm not understanding the equal rights for women right now in the year 2026 when this is going on.
150th celebration of the country. Isn't it time to update some things? What rights or guarantees do you feel all women should have in America? That's a good question. I'm not here to speak for you. I just want to pass you the mic. So have your say at peoplesbillofrights250.org. Not red, not blue, just you. Wow. Sending you big love.
Want to help us test it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's
But I haven't really been dealing with Alicia Keys since her second or third album. That girl is on fire.
Now I ain't gonna hate on Alicia Keys' music or kind of what she got going on, but that's kind of what black women do. You know, they don't agree with you, they gonna kind of call you what shit. I never really was fucking with her. I stopped fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? Back a long time ago, because all her music been whack. You know, they try to downgrade some other black people and shit to kind of get their shit off because they feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People be the black people, like the black person be gaslighting other black people, and I didn't did it too. I didn't. I didn't did it too. I'm fucked up on that shit too. I got to get my shit together. I guess that's just some American shit, nigga. We just, you know what I'm saying? We heard some hating shit, nigga, and we want to get back and nigga, we want to jump in there too, nigga, and nigga start hating on them. Like, nigga, you fucked up, nigga.
Okay, ever since whatever song that album was on, I stopped dealing with her after that because her music just got corny. She just got corny. She just seems so phony in this video. Tell me what rights women don't have today. I'll wait.
And this is another black woman asking this. So we not off base. This is another black woman asking this.
Tell me.
So when it comes to answering the question of what America owes black women, the answer is everything. When we think about the sacrifices that black women have made from the moment that we were stolen from our homelands and transported into this country, to the fact that black women continue to stand as the backbone specifically of the Democratic Party, we know that black women are always the ones.
See? And I think that that's the corporate, and that's how I'm saying that they are more aligned with all this stuff than the black man. Even though that the black man started this off with the radical Republicans in the 1800s when they was hollering at Lincoln, when they was hollering at Abraham Lincoln to be able to get equal rights. Now they was free, but they wasn't equal over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers doing a lot of shady shit, even though they was free. So these are the radical Republicans. That influenced Abraham Lincoln to fuck with black people more, to the point to where you got something called the Lillian something in like the 1920s where they say that the Republicans had just started working against black people to kick black people up out of government. You know what I'm saying? To kick the black Republicans up out of there, and it was Republicans that was pushing that movement, and that's what drove black people to be more comfortable with dealing with the Democrats. But then by that time, you see the breakup. You see the breakup. You see that at first it was black men Republicans that was pushing for Black America. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make all the blacks in America good to where the white people end up backdooring us, and then the white people came with, as far as the Democrats came with helping out the black women, other than the black family, to where now we got welfare, now we got this, now we got this, but the only way you can be able to sign up is if you ain't got no black man in the house with you. So now we got the black man out the house, not making decisions for the family. He got the mindset of a Republican, but she got the mindset of a Democrat because the Democrats is the ones that's talking about putting money in her pocket. They're talking about giving her housing, talking about they're talking about feeding her kids when when the black people is already going through a whole bunch of crazy shit within America during that time, trying to get jobs, trying to get established. It ain't even been 100 years since the motherfucker, since the Civil War, all that old type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we going through a lot trying to establish ourselves as citizens of America after went through what we went through as far as being slaves and being second class citizens within America. So that's a feud right there.
That are doing the labor, but we are also the ones that are always the first targets of any harm. So this 4th of July, I say celebrate a black woman that you know, because whether it's an invention that she made or whether it's the very democracy that still hangs by a thread right now, there is a black woman to thank for her contributions. So when it comes to answering.
Now, I understand that Essence Festival is for women. It's about women. It's about black women, to be specific. Black American women, foundational black women. But it's about black American women, right? So if she keeps saying black women this, black women that, we are the founders, we are the foundation, we. I don't care that it was Essence and that it's a women's festival. She's wrong, because she needs to include black family and black men. Anytime you have a platform and, it's such as big as hers, and you have an opportunity to constantly have the camera and the microphone in your hand, you need to start yelling out black men, black women, black family, unity. I get that she's at the Essence Fest, but this gender war and blanket blackness bullshit the Democrats are pushing will never be adopted by the black American grassroots. America owes everything to black American families that built this country, black American men and women together. Even this concept of black is problematic because Democrats include Caribbeans, continental Africans, and Afro-Latinos in the conversation based on melanin. Then the country owes them to even thought they are immigrants that came here along after the building was done. Y'all better stop sacrificing reparations for lineage-based policies and lineage, or you will continue to sacrifice any chance at the presidency. Yeah. Jasmine never talks about black men or black families. It is about, number one, LGBTQ, specifically transgender, two, illegals. And when she loses the race, like she lost the Senate race and she lost her House seat, so she's out of a job in January, now she wants to talk black. She wants to talk black now. And she's not a tether. She is a foundational black American. She is Boulay. Yes, she is born into Boulay, raised up in Black Boulay community, but not one.
So how can rich black people speak for the unfortunate black people? That's that American government shit right there. That's that politics shit right there. That some motherfuckers that's out there living with white people, got white people friends, They went to school with white people like a motherfucker. They parents fuck with white people, got money with white people. They got great careers within these fields where they working with white people. So it make me more and more think that, man, this is really all plays, man, because I'm going to point some more stuff out to where the grassroots of the representation of the grassroots people from here, not the rich. Not okay. It's cool to have rich people in there that come from that world. That you know what I'm saying. They got that game. They got that struggle there. And they trying to make their situation better within politics. They trying to position themselves better, but also majority of the people is not within the position that they in. I would think that it would be somebody from that grassroots that can grow up within, that can make it within government, that can get, that can be the voice of the people, that can be the real voice of the people. But we not seeing grassroots people getting picked. And I think that is and I can see it, friendship, motherfuckers doing shit and you already locked in. We're gonna get your kid in here. And because you already paid your dues, we already know them other people like that. It's certain circles running shit. And they gonna let who they let in. But then also, when it comes down to the vote of the people and having the grassroots, I think that the grassroots people kind of get weaved out because they probably don't have the same educational background, or they probably do have the same educational background because they don't have the same ties as these other people. They kind of lose points as far as within their character type shit, or you know what I'm saying. But whatever point system that they're using to say, okay, this person is more credible than this person for this position.
Once did she utter anything about the black man or black families?
Director. And frankly, when people sit around and say things like, oh, we're happy because now we feel safe. I don't know who feels safe in this country except for the white supremacists, because I specifically as a black woman definitely don't feel safe. Director.
Why is it, Jasmine, that you don't feel safe when you have a security guard with you 24/7? You are a congresswoman. So you're talking about black women build the country, black women are the backbone, black women are old. Well, what about a man? Because if men and women are not reproducing and creating families, their black women are going to be extinct. So why is it so hard for people to bring up a man? Now, do you guys remember this Georgia judge, Christina Peterson? She has been removed from the bench after she apparently caught on camera hitting a police officer. This was like sometime last year, right? That 2024, actually. A sitting judge. She's a judge in Georgia.
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work.
So you got black women being judged. You got black people in judge positions. How the hell we not equal?
For what? I wasn't cuffed. I wasn't needed. Shut the fuck up. You look like a nigga who was trying to eat before and I never let him. Relax. Shut the fuck up. And stop touching me. Don't. Yeah, stop touching me. Get the fuck off of me. Stop touching. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me.
You're preventing
Take
that.
me. I could give a damn. Take me where you want to
So
take me.
how do you want me to take you somewhere
now?
expeditiously?
Now. Take me where you want to take me. No! No! Just let that nigga run from a female. No! He just touched me. Everything for no reason. Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. I don't punch you. You have picked up dead.
So where is the inequality for women? Was Alicia Keys talking about this?
She ran up on the police, put her hands up on the police to stop her friend from going to jail, jumped up in there like that, and didn't get shot. Just went to jail, didn't get beat up, didn't, I don't even think she lost her job. Didn't nothing happen to her. I mean, yeah, she got a charge, she went to jail, but that's normal. That's part of the law. She a judge. She got to do all that. And she still is able to have all the valuables, is able to have all the money, is able to still live her life. She just got a charge, just like everybody else, and she can just still do what she want to do out here. Like, I don't see where is the inequality at. Where is it that in America that we being treated different? Like, and it's like I say, I know that it's gonna be certain cases where, yeah, it's racially, yeah, it's a race case, but majority of black people can almost do shit. Can never can do what they want to do. Damn near can talk back to the police. You can run up on the police. You can push the police. You can talk shit to the police. You can threaten the police. Uh, you ain't gotta listen to the police. Now, some people have passed within possessions of law enforcement, but it's not a high crazy rate to where it's like we need to be on the alarm rate. Now, yeah, motherfuckers done died. Yes, alarm. You gotta be alarmed because you may because it is a because there are facts on people dying in the hands of the police. But as we can see, and that I done seen that all police ain't fucked up, racist, ready to get a nigga up out of here type shit. And we got an example right here.
The bad behavior of highly professional black women in powerful positions. She's a sitting judge in Georgia. Georgia supposed to be so racist, right? So where's the inequality in this? Where is I'm a black woman and I'm scared for my life because of a white man? And then we have Sonny Austin coming up in here lying.
As a black woman, my lived experience in this country was embodied by a photograph that was taken in celebrating the 250th.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in this country, people have different lived experiences. So while some may have a lived experience like this is the best country in the world, and while there's some stuff that goes on, you know, other things are okay. That for me was a defining image of modern America for Black Americans. Defining. That Patriot Front is a white nationalist organization founded in 2017 after the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. You know what they promote? An ultra-nationalist ideology that focuses on creating a white ethno-state in the United States with the ultimate goal of reshaping American society to align with their vision of racial and cultural homogeneity. As a Black woman, I'm sitting there in my country, and that's the type of fear I have to experience.
Life needs fuel and focus. It needs small.
So they didn't even touch her. They didn't cuss her out. Didn't threaten her. None of that. You know, they gonna try to paint her kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? I don't like how they was painting her like she a smoker or something like that. She's like kissing the ground or something like that. Or you know, I guess she was like kissing on the bus floor or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if she ain't all I don't know if she ain't got all her mentals there. But I ain't like that image, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't like the image to where she was looking spooked. You know what I'm saying? To where she around white people, to where she in fear for her life. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's when you just deep around a whole bunch of people that you don't even really know like that. It could be some people from the other side. They just deep like that, and you know that they probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably done had a problem with, one of your partners or something, and you deep over there, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That shit can get crazy. But just off the rip, just being around, guess if a nigga was around a whole bunch of goddamn Chinese people, a nigga really didn't kind of know what they was on, or niggas around a whole bunch of other motherfuckers, certain motherfuckers, and these niggas like this little group right here deep. Like, yeah, nigga gonna be like, yeah, what these niggas on? But to be in fear for your life, as soon as white people get around in 2026, and then they say that this was put together after the Charlottesville, when we know that the Charlottesville was funded by the people it's funded by the people that was the SPLC or the SLPC or whatever that is. It's a law firm that was funding the KKK to be able to terrorize black people, right? You know what I'm saying? The people that came up with that Charlottesville a parade or whatever they was having, a little meeting, whatever they was having, was from that group, was paid by them. So that's literally right there to say, okay, well, yeah, they really tripping on black people, but you got the so-called white people that's supposed to be helping black people paying these niggas to trip with black people. That shit crazy.
You are upset that a bunch of white men that are covering their face, and they're not covering their face because, they're the clans that are terrorizing Black Americans. They're covering their face in 2026 because they don't want their jobs, their employers, their employees, or anybody in their family know that they are part of.
The only people that ever moved like that in American history was Democrats, KKK Democrats. This is the new KKK, man. A Democrats. Oh, they not gonna never change that. Man, that's the foundation, man, of putting it down. Come on, man. Like, I don't understand how people don't catch that play.
This organization, they don't want to be doxxed. That's why they're covering their face. They don't want to be doxxed. I wouldn't give a damn if white men want to march as long as they have a permit, because you have the right, freedom of press, freedom of speech, all that, freedom of protest. As long as they have a permit to walk with the American flags, there's nothing wrong with that. And the audacity of her to show this this picture of a woman, a homeless, crazy woman, right, sitting in a DC subway, surrounded by the white men with the white mask on, as if she's the new face of Rosa Parks. They got on the subway so they could get from A to B to C. And this lunatic up here, this was her before they got on. So she's homeless. She's acting like something is wrong with her. And when all those white men got on the subway, she was sitting upright and alert. So what is Sonny actually talking about? And I'm really getting sick and tired of, these narratives of, I'm a Black woman and I'm weak, and, white men are against me. They're after us. They want to do harm to us. We have no freedoms, all this Black woman victimhood, when a lot of times Black women are misbehaving. Black women are paid and bought for, like Jasmine. Black women do not support anything, any type of policies for Black families, Black communities, Black men, Black kids, nothing. Their agenda is strictly for LGBTQ and illegals, and then immigrants. So Black women, who is the backbone of the Democrat Party, I will say that, they are only in support of immigrants, illegals, and trannies. That's it. And they use this Black victimhood narrative to get donations, to get people to believe in their bullshit. Women have a whole...
So is this a playbook? Is this a whole playbook of getting donations and be able to get paid within this type of position? You know, I guess to push this, I guess it's a crowd that want to hear that they're oppressed and that they're damn near still a slave. And it's you know, we got to look at life like it's the 1960s. We got to be in fear of white people. We can't fuck with white people. We not making it over here. We can't have nothing over here. It's crazy.
Whole bunch of rights. And I will say this, a lot of times we have more rights than men. Now, when we're talking about being essayed or art and all this other stuff, our legal system needs to do better. When we're talking about the X-rated world, but all in all, women, we have the same equality as men here in the United States of America.
So we got a Black lady saying this. So as you see that it's conflicting argument within America with Black people, with the women and the men.
So is she talking about some other foreign country? Sonny Austin, you know, is grifting, using a crazy homeless woman on the subway and trying to paint her as a Rosa Parks.
This is the fake ad you see everywhere, right? But this is Ebony, a real...
You know, it make it so crazy. They had a little CNN reporter or some type of reporter dude in there, the little Chinese dude. How the hell he know to be in there? Man, that shit is a play, man. How the hell did he know to be in there with all them cameras and shit, man, and get that shit on film like that? Like, come on, man. Like, how niggas can't see this a play, man, on the Democrats?
On that cap, you might as well have a hood on. You might as well have a hood on, because that's what it looks like. That's what it feels like.
But you say this is the best nation. The best nation for who?
Yeah, when you say it's the best nation.
When you say it's the best nation, the best nation for who? Because if we are celebrating 250 years, what are we exactly celebrating is what I want to know. And so I'm really glad that picture was taken, because that picture is how we feel walking.
Celebrating from being where the fuck we was at. Goddamn. Whatever year that was, 250 years ago, nigga. We celebrating what I guess motherfucking 1776, nigga, to where we at right now within America, my nigga. It's motherfucking day and night difference. You know, it probably wasn't day and night. You know, shit got me kind of thinking like they probably just hyped up certain stories back then. You know what I'm saying? To make shit look fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers just hyping up certain stories now to make niggas look fucked up. It's the story always been to make a nigga look weak. Hey, this shit crazy. I don't know. Gotta ponder.
Into many rooms down the street. That picture is how we feel, and nobody will believe us. So look at that picture and understand how it feels.
You never should be made to feel like that. It's wrong that this woman is.
And I said this on this show many, many years ago, because this is my 10th year on the show, and I said there are times when I walk into a community and I see American flags all over the community, and I suddenly feel unsafe because there is a section of this country that has co-opted the American flag, and they equate being an American or an American flag with white supremacy, and
that's that. Come on, man. That's them Confederate flags. Now motherfuckers are saying when niggas see the American flag, they want niggas to be some goddamn illegal immigrant type mindset. As soon as you see the American flag, Nigga be scared. No. As soon as a nigga sees some motherfucking Confederate type flags, niggas know what the Confederate is. Now niggas know that they was against the blacks. Nigga, the American flag was for black people. Now they trying to switch it up and say it's both of them. Nah, man, we gotta. Black people in America gotta hold this line because this is the only place where it's popping for us like this. Every other country in the world is not popping like this for us. Every other place in the world is not popping like this for us over here, like it is. And we gotta protect this. It ain't been long, nigga. This motherfucker only been popping for 250 years, nigga. Just got it popping to where nigga we would where niggas really locked it in for us. I guess 100 years after. I guess 150 years. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas got 100-year head start on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hold the American line, or we gonna be like ancient. We gonna be diluted out. We gotta hold the American flag, cause this is the only place in the world where black people can live the way they live and be good.
Should never be ever the symbol of white supremacy, but they have weaponized.
So now the American flag.
Shout out to the white supremacy that made it, that fought for black people against the other white people. Nigga, that's the real white supremacy, nigga. The ones that made it comfortable for the black people, nigga, the ones that fought they brothers and cousins, nigga, for us. They say, oh, them niggas wasn't fighting for us, them niggas was just getting a check. Woo, 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 woo. Like, nigga, it happened. And to say from 1776, if we want to say, okay, the majority of black people, how was the lifestyle of majority of black people in 1776 in America compared to now in 2026? Day and night. Day and night.
Flag is a symbol of white supremacy. Yo, you can't make this up. You cannot. And I always respected Sonny Austin. You know, listen, she a lawyer for many years, prosecutor, defendant lawyer, married to the same man. He is a surgeon. 2 great kids. You know, she loves her blackness. She don't do, I'm Latino. No, I'm black. However, she is so far left, honey. She don't know right at all. For you to say that the American flag represents white supremacy, for you to say when you go through a neighborhood and you see a whole bunch of American flags, do you realize how many black people have the American flag in front of their house? Even where I live at, we have a lot of rainbow flags, but we also have a lot of American flags. And a lot of those American flag homes are occupied by black people. What? But I also seen the police all police lives matter, that blue, dark gray American flag color looking. It just so happened a black man lives there. So again, for her to say that stupid shit with all your intelligence, with all your professionalism throughout the decades, being on The View actually is making her dumber. It is. It's making her dumb. You would not want to go to another country and live.
Have you ever seen a product that transforms any?
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. So, like, it's gaslighting. They lying to the FBAs to be able to help out illegal immigrants.
So,
and I ain't gonna say they lying to it. Well, I'm saying they lying to FBAs because we is automatically the audience, nigga. We from America, nigga. This is who you, nigga. This where you work, nigga. This where, nigga. This is America, nigga. This you talking to. So we automatically get in the game, but nigga, you lying to us because we know the real black people from America know the story of where we come from, and 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 the struggle of back then to now. And for you to say right now it's the same thing that was going on back then is truly disrespectful. I feel like it's truly disrespectful.
Oh, this is becoming a trend.
Okay, so you may have heard about the.
Now we're gonna move to this right here, and shout out to Nate the I think this is what's his name? Nate the lawyer. So this is Nate the lawyer. Go. So we just got done hollering at the real Dana. Go on and subscribe to the real Dana. Go subscribe to Nate the lawyer. A black lawyer be on here dropping some good game. And I want you to see the play that was going on within the Democrats. That's why I tied the Democrats and the blacks together, or the black ladies together, because it's promotion to be able for them to be the spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? For them to be the spokesperson for what they trying to promote or what they trying to push. And I understand, you know, they trying to make it so comfortable for everybody. They're just trying to make it comfortable for everybody in the whole world. I understand that. Ain't nobody tripping off that, but within America, let us do our American thing. And you see that we help the world more than anybody else out all other countries, but it's getting to the point to where the Americans are being left out from the benefits that's going to the world. And as far as letting the world all within America, to where it's really affecting the future for the FBAs, because it's a lot of laws is being changed. It's a lot of people not like us that's within these positions of power, but it's illegal immigrants that's getting into these positions of power that's adding to our Constitution, that's putting us in a disadvantage and putting people from the outside at an advantage where they family ain't never did nothing over here in America. They ain't paid no taxes. They ain't went through the same. They from a whole nother country. So we finna let this play real quick. I'm finna let Nate the Great spit some good little game real quick. And we're gonna see the Democratic play that they are paying black women, in my eyes, to tell a certain narrative, and black people is the storyline within it, almost in a sense, to make everybody fear of what's going on over here in America, but it's not really what's going on to us like that at a high rate. Like, yeah, should be going on to us over here, but not at the high rate that they're trying to say, to where everybody needs to be on guard and in fear, and it's fucked up over here.
Democratic Socialists of America, or the DSA.
Socialism.
As a progressive and as a socialist, I believe in good governance.
And these socialists have been winning elections all across the country. The mayor of New York is now a socialist.
CNN projects that Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic candidate, will be elected the next mayor of New York, New York.
In her first major move since being declared Seattle mayor-elect, Katie Wilson, the city's first Democratic Socialist mayor, unveiled members of her transition team today.
Now, in watching these Democrat socialists get elected in all of these major positions, I started noticing a pattern. And it was pretty consistent no matter what candidate we were looking at. And the playbook seemed to go like this. First, these Democrat socialists would outright say they want America to be socialist. They want to abolish the police, abolish prisons, no more deportations for anyone, no matter what crimes you've committed. Like, these were the positions that they held before running for office. Here are a couple of examples. Mayor Zoran Mandami in New York. Here was his view of, let's say, abolish the police or defund the police before he started running for office.
Are you for defunding the police? Are you for a serious reform that people can see on the ground?
I am in favor of defunding the police.
Now, that same guy who just said he's in favor of defunding the police, then while he was running for mayor said he is not going to defund the police.
Doran, back in 2020, you called for defunding the police, something you've since walked back. You also called the NYPD racist, anti-queer, and a threat to public safety in 2020, but now agree they deserve an apology. You initially refused to denounce highly charged rhetoric related to Israel, then later said you would discourage its use. How can New Yorkers trust you and not be concerned that consultants are getting in your ear to get you elected, but you still hold all of those positions?
Now I'm going to stop it right here, because when it comes to defunding the police.
So these are the same questions that we have within the Black community for our Black representatives, that's politicians. So as Americans, we all have the same worries. We all have the same. We see the shit. We live the shit. We all got the same questions to the people that's supposed to be representing us, and they are tied into, I think, to a certain type of group from the outside that is using America as a filter for the world to be able to help out the world, and to be able to, at the same time, it's a program on making money, and where they can be able to get tied in with other countries to be able to get their bread and be able to have their businesses. And it's just like a whole little loop on them having, it's like some slave masters. It's like they in control of certain populations and they just in control of certain people, where they can pay off so many people. You see the protesters, where a lot of these protesters ain't even got jobs. Their job is to protest. So they can pay protesters. That's their job. See, you understand? It's not the same. Over here, we working how we work, but they working. Okay, they working, they getting a check, but they protesting America and getting paid. And most of them is coming from another country. But then they finding out all the loopholes because they didn't get all the help. They know, okay, because we helpful, they know every way to get, okay, nigga, do it this way, they gonna help you. Do it this way, they gonna help you. They gonna put you on.
He's still.
Why they tell us, pull your boots up by your bootstraps, nigga, find a way, get to it over here, because we Americans, we find a way. If they just come over here and they get, open up that door. But they already get certain benefits because of the programs that's already over here. Yeah, they tell us, no, you don't really need the programs. You need to pull your boots up by your bootstraps and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Black people get left behind.
Held that position. How do we know? Because he's defunding the police.
Mayor is proposing cutting $22 million in NYPD funding, as well as end the face hiring of 5,000 new officers. This comes as the NYPD is dealing with a staffing shortage.
We're losing over 250 police officers to 300 police officers a month.
So as you saw, at first, defund, abolish police, then he's running for mayor. I'm not going to defund the police. Then he gets in and he eventually defunds the police. The same thing's happening in Chicago. Before the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, ran for mayor, this was his position on defunding the police.
President of the United States, the former president of the United States, President Barack Obama, took it one step further as well, and basically said that the effort of the defund police movement lost an audience because of that that slogan, I guess is what he's calling it, which I don't look at it as a slogan. It's an actual real political goal.
Now that guy, Brandon Johnson, decided, hey, let me run for mayor. And his position changed.
On multiple occasions, you've spoken on the topic of defunding police. In 2020, you said, quote, defunding this failed system of incarceration and policing was not just admirable, but necessary, end quote. As far as redirecting funds, if we look at your record, you introduced a resolution and passed it with the support of others to redirect money from the sheriff's office to other areas. So first, do you acknowledge making those recorded and documented statements? Yes or no?
I'm not going to defund the police.
If you could answer the question, though.
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge making the statements that I just read by quote? Yes or no?
What I've acknowledged is the fact that there are people who are incredibly frustrated.
Mr. Johnson, if I could get you back to the question,
Yeah, of
is
course.
it solely yes or no? Do you acknowledge making those statements?
Look, you've
Yes or no?
already quoted. What I'm saying is, though,
So you
is that it
acknowledge making
provides
those
some
statements?
Of course, I'm acknowledging it,
Okay.
but I want to
So
make sure that we have
I want to give you the
context
opportunity to answer the question, but I just want to move on to the next part of it.
And then again, when he gets in the office, what does he do? He defunds and tries to abolish the police department.
Men and women of CPD are putting in work. Yet the reality, the department is down a significant number of sworn officers.
We are down. We're down close to 2,000 officers.
And the socialist mayor who's running in Seattle, she did the exact same thing.
The Seattle Police Department was a talking point on the campaign trail.
My opponent has no background in public safety.
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no text.
So I'm just showing you the playbook of the Democrats and how I'm saying that it done fizzled to the black women.
Arguing to defund it.
In 2020, after the murder of George Floyd, we had a very contentious public conversation around the country about community safety and policing.
Man, she look crazy with that big ass suit on, man. That ain't even her suit, man. Look at that is crazy. She looked like the little person. She looked like that person that's on Beetlejuice with like the small head that was in her. And Beetlejuice had died, or the dude had died. When the two people had died, the woman and the man had died. They was going through their little death thing, and they sitting in that room. They had their little ticket, and they had that one person with that little small head, and the person that'll come through here sprinkle something on their head and like shrink their head. That's what that shit look. That shit look crazy.
I participated in that conversation, and also I have learned a lot since then.
Yes, she was screaming, defund, abolish police. She's running for mayor. Well, I'm considering changing my mind, just like everyone else is changing their mind. And then she gets elected and starts defunding the police. It's the same tune over and over again. Now, this brings us to Daraliza Chevrolet. She is the ultimate left-wing lunatic, and she believes some real crazy stuff.
A black lady. So I wanted to point this out because we're supposed to be in fear of white people. We're supposed to be not having equal rights. We're supposed to be white people who's just got us just gone. She in a position to be able to do all this. Check out what she's able to do. And she rich. She already rich. She come from a rich family. Once again, me pointing out that you got the rich telling the poor what to do instead of you got the poor telling the poor what to do, because the poor already know what time it is and what niggas what really need to be done. They don't really know what really need to be done. All they know is policies, and all they know is positions, and all they know is that they've been playing this role as the overseer, and they got the credits, and they got the so-called they got all the connections, and they, in the so-called this type of society, they the best fit because they more knowledgeable, they more experienced, and all that old type stuff.
Here's a quick clip of some of her old tweets so you can see them yourself.
Good morning. Well, Democratic Socialist Darlisa Avila Chevalier is running in the Democratic primary for New York's 13th House District by trying to run away from her deleted Twitter account featuring tweets like this, a photo of her wearing a defund police mask back in 2020 with the caption F12, slang for F the police. She also reposted tweets calling for abolishing all police, prisons, and borders, and reshared that all deportation is wrong. She's campaigning now on abolishing ICE. In more deleted tweets, Chevalier called for communism, now seizing the means of production, and even saying anarchy is very intriguing to her. During the 2020 election, she called former President Biden a war criminal, said the United States is an effing disgrace, and said both candidates are rapists. Still, New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani is doubling down on his endorsement of Chevalier, fundraising for the 32-year-old who worked on his campaign.
So now we got to pull out the Democratic Socialists of America's playbook. What do? You got these horrible tweets that really show who you really are. So the first thing you have to do is deny the tweets. Hey, these were bad tweets and I'm a better person. Listen to what she says.
I wanted to ask about kind of the differences between 5 years ago and now, maybe the woke 1 versus woke 2 difference, like partly I remember back to even when Mayor Mamdani was running, and I remember asking him questions about previous positions he had on abolishing police and defunding. And he really pivoted from that stuff, said that he had made a change in mind or that he kind of believed that stuff in error. You tweeted once, a world without prisons or police is possible, necessary, and the only moral way forward. I wanted to ask, do you still believe that? And if not, what specifically changed?
So let's pause it right here. The answer should be simple. No, I don't believe that abolishing the police or abolishing prisons is the way to go anymore. My views have changed because I understand that these are necessary components for a civilized society, right? That's what you would expect someone to say whose position has changed. But let's see if she gives us that clarity that her position on abolishing police and prisons have changed.
I think what is often ignored in these types of questions is that at the heart of our movement for justice is public safety, is making sure that we are actually increasing safety. Mm-hmm. I am someone who works at a public defender's office, and I see how the vast majority of the clients we work with are Black and brown people who are living through the indignity of poverty. And the way that we use policing as a response to that, right, as opposed to actually investing in the things that will increase public safety, that will make their lives more dignified, that will make the lives of our entire community more dignified, I think often gets lost in this conversation. Mm-hmm. And in a time where we are spending more and more money to militarize our police force, why is it that we still feel so deeply unsafe?
Mm-hmm. No, she didn't answer the question at all. We don't know what her position is. She's talking a whole bunch of words, but never answered the question. Do you still believe that abolishing the police and abolishing prisons is the right way to go? So the host is going to give her a second bite at the apple.
But I think that's still a little distinct from the question I'm asking, which is, do you think in their current 2026, mm-hmm. that police hold a role in the public safety arsenal?
And the thing is, they are, right? They're here, right? And that is how we have been engaging with this question of public safety for so long, that of course we're not going to get rid of the police overnight. And that was really never my argument.
I guess it's
but
the only moral way forward.
And what I would like to, to that is that what I'm saying then and now, and I know that we're probably.
So we got women saying we don't need the police. So I guess they just gonna change the name of the police and probably just call it help. I don't know. It's still gonna be some man coming through.
Gonna get to this question of how I discussed these issues in the past, but what I'm saying is that the moral way forward is to make sure that we are creating the conditions where we all feel so safe mm-hmm. in our society mm-hmm. that we don't need an institution that is militarized.
So the answer is she still wants to abolish the police. She still wants to abolish prisons, but she doesn't want to do it, quote, overnight. It's going to take some time for her to put her plan into action, to do all this stuff. And that essentially is the answer that this host couldn't get from her. So it's obvious she still believes in all of that stuff. But the host says, well, let's go on to the other tweets.
I'm going to ask about a couple other deleted tweets tweets. You deleted more than 3,500 tweets.
I do have regrets on how I expressed my values on Twitter, because my values are around dignity. It's around accountability. It's around justice. And I think rhetoric matters. I certainly wouldn't use a lot of the language that I used back then today.
So as you see, she's following a Democrat socialist playbook to a T. Say a whole bunch of words, confuse everyone, never really answer the question, and hope that people are so dumb that they won't know that she still holds these positions. But there are some positions she can't even hide from, like her position that no matter what the situation, how bad the person, if the person is a child predator, if the person is a mass murderer, that she believes no one should be deported from the United States of America. Let me make that clear. No matter what the crime, no matter what the person has done, no matter where the person is from, she believes that no matter what, the person could be a spy for North Korea or China. She believes that no one should ever be deported from the United States. Here's the clip.
The first is all deportation is wrong. Now, in Congress, obviously, that comes with a lot of questions about immigration enforcement. And even as Democrats might agree with calls that you have shared to things like abolish ICE, I don't know if they're necessarily there on things like all deportation is wrong. You're talking about kind of language change, but that's pretty clear in terms of belief. Is that something you still believe?
That phrase, yes. I still believe that all deportations are wrong.
Even if we're talking about illegal entry to the country or someone who may have committed a crime?
So when we're talking about things like illegal entry, or we're actually talking about administrative laws, right? We're not talking about criminal law.
I had to stop her real quick because she's lying and I want to clear up all the lies. Improper entry by alien under 8 U.S.C. section 1325 makes it a misdemeanor to enter or attempt to enter the U.S. improperly. So
my boy Nate say, nah, I got the code right here. Improper entry by alien. 8 U.S. Code section 1325. Improper entry by alien. It's a code.
Makes it a misdemeanor to enter or attempt to enter the U.S. improperly. So if you improperly enter the United States illegally, you are committing a crime.
We concede the question of people who have not committed a crime, because I think that that's not really the question at hand. Like, if we're saying all deportation is wrong, though, that would seem to also include people who were convicted of breaking U.S. criminal law. Is the deportation of those people wrong?
Planning to publish your book, you could reach 3 billion.
Now, you're going to be amazed at what she say. Great.
Publishing platform in the United States.
Yes. And the reason I say that is because we have a criminal system. It is imperfect, but it exists. And it is one that if we accept as the process by which we want to engage.
So she want to accept the criminal system as far as keeping them over here. They shouldn't be deported. But she don't want to go by a criminal system as far as deporting them. I'm like, come on, man.
Age with these issues, right? Then we need to make sure that it is one that isn't also discriminatory on the basis of where people were born, right? To subject someone who has committed a crime to both a criminal system and then additionally to an immigration system.
Now, this is a Columbia graduate, and she sounds like an idiot. The fact of the matter is, if you come into the country illegally, then one of the punishments is that you get kicked out, right? If you come legally, you stay. If you come illegally, the punishment for coming in illegally is you're sent back home. Now, if you then come to the United States and commit some other crime or some other offense, you get punished for that too. So if you come here illegally and then commit a murder, well, we'll hold you for the 10 of 20 years, whatever it is for the murder. And then for coming into the country illegally, we'll send you back home because you've committed 2 separate offenses. She doesn't seem to understand that, or she wants to make it seem like it's different. But this is a Columbia graduate who doesn't know the simplest parts of immigration while she's arguing it as if she does understand it. Now, one thing that may surprise you is that the poor and brown people that they say that they're fighting for are actually not the one voting for these extreme candidates. Like in this congressperson's race, she actually won the upper middle class vote while the poor black and brown people in the Bronx actually voted for the other guy.
But reality is more complicated, as Batya Ungar-Sargon
Argonne notes Chevalier's base of support is not specifically immigrants or even minorities. It's actually the affluent. Chevalier, who won a district that includes the Bronx, actually lost the Bronx part of the district by 30 points, points out Bacha. She also lost predominantly Black and Hispanic areas, and she lost lower income areas by 10 points. She won with young voters and higher income voters, and won majority college educated areas by 20 points.
So I know this is shocking, right? The poor people who she's running for and she's saying she's going to give everything free to aren't being fooled. They're saying we're not voting for that crap. We know that's full of nothingness, but it's the elites that are voting these people in, especially in Manhattan. And I think it's very...
And that's the playbook. That is the playbook that the Black woman is pushing right now within Black America, with them saying, hold on, I kind of lost my thought real quick. Let me bring this back real quick.
free to aren't being fooled. They're saying we're not voting for that crap. We know that's full of nothingness, but it's the elites that are voting these people in, especially in Manhattan. And I think it's very important to note that these aren't poor people trying to advocate for poor people. These are ultra rich people trying to fool poor people to get power. Mandami is not from a poor family. Neither is Seattle's Katie Wilson. Neither is this socialist. Don't believe me? Check it out.
Democratic Socialist AOC grew up in this wealthy suburb and attended one of the most expensive colleges in America.
You can't earn $1 billion.
Then there is Seattle's new socialist mayor, Katie Wilson, eager to further tax the rich.
The claims that millionaires are going to leave our state are like super overblown. The ones that leave, like, bye.
She also grew up privileged. She went to Oxford debt-free thanks to her wealthy parents. And of course, there is New York City Mayor Mamdani. His parents own a 5-bedroom mansion and paid for his expensive private school.
Bowdoin College. If you go to school here, you're rich.
He is the poster boy for luxury beliefs.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way.
It's almost like he was made in a laboratory. He has a wealthy filmmaker mother, an Ivy League professor father. He spent most of his teens and 20s floundering, working for his mother's film studio, trying to moonlight as a rapper.
Chop it up. Chop it up. Now, all these millionaire Democrat socialists who are running, they don't want to have their taxes raised. They want to raise taxes on other people. So remember the original Democrat socialist, Bernie Sanders? Well, Bernie Sanders used to always say, we're going to get the millionaire billionaire class, right? Millionaires and billionaires, millionaires and billionaires. Here's some clips of him saying that.
Millionaires and billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires.
But then he made millions.
If you write a best-selling book, you could be a millionaire too.
Sanders no longer complains about millionaires.
Just the billionaire class.
So as you see,
what it do, Chief 18 come through, buy up all the chicken wings. Nigga, what it do?
Tax the millionaires and billionaires, but now he becomes a multi-millionaire because of his book, quote unquote. Now we need to tax the billionaires. Leave the millionaires alone. They're not rich enough. So as you can see, Bernie Sanders' version of socialism changes based on how much money he gets. Now, if he becomes a billionaire, I think he's going to start talking about we need to stop the trillionaire class. Now, I think this is simple. The Democratic Socialists of America have used the same playbook, and it has been effective. Say these outrageous things to tell people how you really feel. When you run for office, either try to delete the evidence or try to pretend you didn't say it. Then if you're caught saying it, if you're caught with these tweets, then just say, hey, guess what? I made a mistake. I was young. I was stupid. I was emotionally charged, but I don't agree with any of that stuff anymore. And then when you're elected into the position, you do exactly the opposite. You say, well, I really did believe these things, like defunding the police, abolishing ICE, all deportations are wrong, and then put those into place. Who's going to be the wiser? Now, I want to make it very clear.
And that's what's going on right now. They hide behind the black people playbook, the FBAs playbook, the black people that been in America's playbook, so they can push a foreign agenda, not push an agenda that's going to more better push the FBA people or the black people that been through it over here in a way more better position. No, it's about illegal immigrants and be able to get the world power to be able to bring in the world because the niggas over here is just a small piece of motherfucking money. We trying to get that international bread. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got they saying, nigga, y'all thinking too small, nigga. We gotta think big, nigga.
Yeah, both political parties do this, right? Generally in the primaries, you run to, if you're a Democrat, you run to the left, and if you're a Republican, you run to the right. And then you come to the center when you're trying to run for the general election because you know you need people from the other side to really get the position. And I think the Democratic Socialists of America.
And I'm seeing the playbook. That's why I brought this video to say, okay, well, we're seeing a Democratic playbook, and is a certain group within the Democrat using black women to push their agenda, but to kind of mask it with black. Like we seen all this shit going on. We seen all this shit going on with the illegal immigrants. All these motherfuckers, niggas getting chased, niggas like it's way too many illegal immigrants over here. Like, damn, these niggas over here been doing too much and shit, right? Okay, we gotta move niggas around to where you see the ICE niggas snatching niggas up. They in different cities, nigga, big protest. It's a big thing. No kings in America type shit, right? But then it went to, because we know with the illegal immigrants, niggas be trying to vote, niggas be trying to, do certain shit. It went to how black people can't vote. Black people, as far as these niggas is trying to stop us from voting, we gotta look at the civil, whatever that shit that was going on, like the Voting Act type shit. It changed from black people, it changed from illegal immigrants over here doing too much to we gotta bring it back in and go with the original playbook and say, nigga, blacks can't vote because they want the illegal immigrants to vote. But we're gonna say, nah, blacks can't vote because that's what's gonna make the people believe the play. See, nigga, it's the 42 fake. That's what's gonna make the nigga say, all right, man, the nigga gave the ball to the fullback. How the nigga didn't give the ball to the fullback, nigga, the quarterback still got it going to the outside, nigga. Niggas don't see the play, though. And then when niggas get in the open, niggas is doing whatever they do, niggas ain't sharing and ain't caring. It's like, nigga, these niggas done fool the nigga out, nigga, with the 42 fake, but they used the nigga to really get what they needed done. But niggas can see the play, niggas just pushing back on it. Niggas saying, nigga, you a white nationalist. Nigga, you love white people. No, it's all about America. It's always gonna be about America. Now we're gonna get to this next. We're gonna get to this last video. Because as I showed with the first video, a lot of gaslighting saying niggas is kind of like, niggas need to be in for black people. It's terrified of white people over here. We scared of them. We can't be around them. They gonna do something to us. It's just crazy. So we see the Democrats come with their playbook within politics, how they push a certain thing, but then once they get in a position, they kind of bring it back. When they trying to get in position, they kind of bring that back. And then once they get in a position, they kind of go with the old school theory. But you know what I'm saying? They just got to get themselves in a position. They got to hype it up. They got to make themselves whatever it is to be able to get the public's attention and the eyes and get the votes. But then they come back and do the shit that's not for the original people that you hyped up. Just like I say, they talking about, black people can't vote. Black people can't vote. But it's really for niggas to come in to put certain laws to where the immigrants can vote. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep the play. Niggas don't be peeping the play. Now this last video is gonna be able to prove that black women are doing okay over here. It's good. They are good over here. They are good over here. Not okay. I ain't gonna say all black people is good, but they try to paint the picture that a black life in America is second class to a white person's life in America. And that's beyond the truth. Like, come on, like this is people that's really not from America or something. They don't understand the whole history and the whole struggle of America. They getting like a whole new playbook, but using black people within the playbook that niggas can kind of understand and can kind of connect with. Now, this last video is going to prove that nepotism helped black people also. It's going to prove that nepotism or whatever they saying, or how white people got a certain advantage or whatever that's going on, is helping. Just white people know it help us also. So but check this out.
You, just you.
Let me check this account real quick. Hold on.
Before. Describe it.
Separately, our 13 Investigates team has been looking into how Carter was hired.
Well, they looked through all the applications of the 400 people who applied and found the top candidate after the first 2 rounds of the interviews is not in the position. Micah Hatfield reports.
When Harris County commissioners voted to fill the open county administrator role with Erica Lee Carter, we wanted to know who else applied for that job. That question led us to a stack of 400 applications, resumes coming from employees with the city and county and as far away as Milan, Italy. What we found left us with questions that we still don't have answers to. It's the 7th highest paid position in Harris County. With an annual salary of $411,000, the Harris County administrator role has been described by Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo on several occasions as being the chief operating officer of the county, a position that apparently sounded appealing when it was posted last August. 401 people applied.
That would be normal, especially if you're doing a nationwide search recruitment effort.
Among them, CEOs, COOs, people who work in law enforcement, medicine, and the federal government. We counted at least 30 current City of Houston and Harris County employees and others who hold similar roles in major jurisdictions across the country. Congratulations. Ultimately, the role was awarded to Erica Lee Carter, daughter of the late Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Nobody understands Harris County more than you do.
Carter assumed her mother's seat in Congress for about 3 months after she died. Before and after her time in Congress, she worked for Commissioner Rodney Ellis doing policy.
It would be nice if you have somebody that's working for your organization, you could just move up. But at the same time, don't forget that it's good to bring in fresh blood, a new way of looking at the organization and everything.
We wanted to know who else applied for this job, so we put in a request to the county to get a copy of all of the applications. The county attorney's office told us it would be about $500 for them to give us the digital files. But they said if we looked at them in person, it would be about $120. And we like to save a little money. So we ended up sitting in the Sheila Jackson Lee administration building for 4 hours, taking photos of the files on a computer screen to find out who else applied for this job. We learned that out of those 400 candidates, the pool was narrowed down to 10 people who largely worked in roles similar to the one they applied for. They were interviewed by a representative from each of the commissioner's offices and the county judge's office, and they were subsequently ranked based on their scores. 13 Investigates got a copy of the rankings that show Carter was ranked 4th overall after the first round. The top 5 advanced and moved on to another round of interviews and were scored again. Score sheets for the second round show Carter only ranked as the top pick for Ellis and Commissioner Tom Ramsey's offices, narrowly edging out the next candidate. She came out of the second round as the 2nd overall. An out-of-state candidate held on to the top spot in rounds 1 and 2. From there, the top 3 candidates were presented to the commissioners themselves, and they unanimously selected Carter. Carter's team declined our request for an interview and said in part, quote, multiple factors may be considered beyond numerical scoring, and referred us to commissioners for comment on their decision. We did ask commissioners and the judge's office what pushed Carter to the front and why the lead scorer in the first 2 rounds wasn't offered the job. We also asked if the late Congresswoman or Carter's connection to Ellis played any role in her getting the job. None of them answered any of those questions. We did hear from Commissioner Leslie Briones, who sent us a statement praising Carter's strong leadership experience and readiness to immediately deliver for residents. Ellis referred to the process in a statement as being, quote, thorough and competitive, and says Carter earned the position through her experience, judgment, and history of public service. Despite saying she was the best candidate for the job, Ramsey has questioned the purpose of the office, telling 13 Investigates that the role is a, quote, highly paid bureaucrat that steers voter accountability away from elected officials. Ramsey has raised the idea of dismantling the office to Commissioner's Court, but that would require majority support. The office that was created in 2021 employs about 70 people and costs taxpayers more than $8 million annually in salaries alone, according to 2025 Harris County employee data. We know Ramsey has one commissioner on his side. Last year, Commissioner Adrian Garcia proposed to get rid of the office altogether.
The commissioners are closer to the constituents and understand their needs better than any county administrator.
Garcia's office pointed us to his past comments, and we didn't hear back from Hidalgo's office at all. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
To discuss the fallout from this week's shakeup in Maine's
$7 for 9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra from Friday Plans. I didn't.
Nationalism throughout the decades, being on The View.
Okay, so you may have heard about the Democrat.
Separately, our 13 Investigates team has been looking into how Carter was
annually in salaries alone, according to 2025 Harris County employee data. We know Ramsey has one.
Okay, so that's it right there. So as you can see that she got the job because who her mama was. You know that's privilege. They nigga got the job. Everybody else then got the resume. They got the experience. But I'm not hating on her getting the job. Nigga, that's what's up. I'm proving to you right there that black people are going in the right direction over here. If we can get our kid that job of $400 and something thousand, and she can beat out somebody that's a CEO, that's a COO, nigga, that done got all these positions, and she can beat them out, then that's a good thing. Why not?
One commissioner on his side. Last year, Commissioner Adrian Garcia proposed to get rid of the office altogether.
The commissioners are closer to the constituents and understand their needs better than any county administrator.
Garcia's office pointed us to his past comments, and we didn't hear back from Hidalgo's office at all. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness.
So, yeah, as you see, it's lies. It's nothing but lies. Black people are doing okay in America. You got black women getting $400,000 and $100,000 jobs just because who her mom is. And you got certain people hating on it. Now you got white people calling it out to where they want to go in the office. They want to do a whole breakdown of how you got the job. You shouldn't have got the job, but she got the job. But they want to say that it's not equal for black people over here. They in fear for their life. If you're around white people, you might die. All black people is going to tell you niggas is going to have a higher rate of dying around black people than white people in America. You're going to have a high rate of dying around some niggas that you don't know. If they feel some type of way about you, they'll get you up out of here quicker than the white boy that don't know you. He's not gonna get you up out of here as quick as your mother niggas. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But that's the show for the day. Appreciate everybody tapping in. We're gonna keep it lit. We're gonna keep it going. Shout out to Chief 18 Wheels. Got big drink spills. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through, showing some love today, Blair. Straight up. Make sure y'all stay pulled up and rolled up. You know, I'm glad that you showed up. To comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and do it again. You heard me?
Hit the pussy with a slow flow like goods. That pussy had me on one. That pussy had me on two boosts. That pussy had me saying on three. Open your mouth for the NUT. That pussy made me a MAC. That pussy had me, of course. That pussy gave me no choice. That pussy made me on March 24th.
What? That's so crazy.